Hey guys, Maria Dementicos, psychic channeler, oracle from Mary Magdalene, spiritual teacher. Okay, so I have one more message today. I feel like it's important to share, and it's because of something I experienced this past week with my family, and these were like cousins, okay? So not my siblings. My siblings and I are very close, and we support each other, and we're all on different journeys, and we all live our lives different ways, but we thank God we love each other and we support each other. But this is with regard to some cousins, okay? So, and I'm being called to share it because I think some of you are going through this as well, and maybe more so as we awaken more and more, the collective, okay? So, this message is for people who are losing family relationships because of their faith. Okay, and this can apply to anyone. This could be because you, because I always say my messages are for everyone. Okay, so I do not discriminate against anyone, and I feel like everyone is on a spiritual journey. 111, as I said that, and what that looks like for you is entirely up to you and your spirit guides. Okay, so for some of you, it could be religious, right? You found Jesus and you're on that path. Okay, for some of you, it could be that you got out of religion and you found spirit and you're on that path. Okay, for some of you, you may have gotten away from all of that and you're in a place of just study and knowledge. Okay, everyone is on a different path. Okay, so this is something very important to remember. When you get judged for what you believe, there's duality in everything. Remember that. There's duality in everything, okay? So when someone is judging you, it's because of what they fear within themselves. Remember that, okay? But the dual purpose of that interaction can be that they're testing you on a soul level to see if you're going to stand your ground on what you've discovered or what you believe, okay? And I think it's important to talk about it because it can be very hurtful whenever you lose family members and you haven't yet found the people who understand you yet, if ever, okay? It's 222 as I said that, by the way. So over the weekend, I'm in a group chat with like a bunch of cousins from my dad's side of the family, very sweet people, loving, kind, and I haven't seen them in years. Until recently, we had a family reunion and we all reconnected. But anyway, so I shared a message in the group about something that reminded me of our grandpa, and everybody was talking about it and just sharing stories. And one of my uncles mentioned jokingly, I know he didn't really want to know because he usually picks on me when it comes to my beliefs, but he jokingly said, why don't you ask Grandpa and see what he says? And he's kind of mocking me, you guys, like I've dealt with it a lot, but I know he loves me, and I just patiently allow him to be this way around me, okay? Sometimes I snap a little bit. He could tell you, I've snapped on him before where I'm just like, stop, be respectful. Everything is not science, and he thinks everything is science, by the way. Everything may be quantum science, but not just science, no. But the other flip side coin of that is those that are really religious still, okay? And I just want to tell you that when I awakened spiritually and I began to pursue my own feelings, okay? Which I feel like really started like 20 years ago, but the bigger catapult like 15 years ago. I lost most of my family, you guys, because I left my church because I knew it wasn't true. And the church I was in was, in my opinion, very discriminatory. They would absolutely judge you if you were living a path in any way that was outside of what they thought was biblical. Okay? Never mind that everyone knows that there was a fight to even translate the Bible because the church covered up what it really said. That there was a fight to keep it in only certain languages. That it has been altered by King James. That it has been altered by so many others. And the attempt to cover up the true story, 44 as I said that, which would lead to healing, by the way, has been aggressive. Yet they still blindly believe without really accessing any true wisdom, okay? And most of them are afraid, I think, to even ask the Holy Spirit to teach them. I've encountered this in my own family where I've said, why don't you ask Jesus to teach you? They won't. You know why? They're afraid that he's going to steer them out of that church. And that's what he did. When I asked him to teach me, that's what he did. He says, no more indoctrination. No more extortion of people. No more lies. Okay? And when he said that, it's not like it's wrong for you to go to church. So I don't mean it like that. You can do whatever you want to do. And Jesus loves you no matter what. Okay? It was that he was telling me, I wanted the truth. I said, I want to know the truth. I want to know. I love humanity. Why is this still happening? Why are we still in darkness here? I needed to know. Okay? And that journey brought me to wisdom. Okay? It brought me to the goddess. It brought me to the story of Mother Earth. The original story. Which is even how the Bible starts. See, she is the story. She's the story, you guys. I know it. 555 as I said that. And that's the big cover-up. The big cover-up is that it's all about the Father. No. God is about balance, okay? It's the Father, Mother, Child. That's the holy union, okay? That's the sacred union. A little bug just landed on me as I said that. See, it's the bringing together within yourself and outside of us. When you align within yourself, you will start seeing alignment in the surrounding reflection of what you're feeling, okay? But as you do that, it's going to pull you out of certain circles. And for me, it pulled me away from my family. And for a long time, I didn't get any interaction with my family, my mother, my aunts, my cousins. It was devastating. And the first year of that, by the way, I was borderlining. I don't even know if you can say it on TikTok, but I was right there on the edge of self-harm. I'll put it like that. Because I just couldn't stand it anymore. I just felt so rejected by God. Because I was taught that God was connected to that belief system. Which was a lie. Okay? But I didn't know that. And it's like a miracle that I came through it, you guys. So many times I almost gave up and God wouldn't let me. I was protected so many times, you guys. So many times by my angelic team, even by my dog once. He just looked at me in the eyes like, Mom, no, don't give up. Okay? And I really wish that the churches could understand how much harm has been done by rejecting people. It's brutal. Okay? And there are some small community churches. I have a few friends that go to several like local non-denominational churches that accept everyone and that are charismatic of sorts, where they work from the Holy Spirit, and they are better, in my opinion. There are some, but I still am so like leery of going to any church because I'm just like, ooh, I go to my church with my husband, because we're Orthodox Christian. But I just go to support him and the community because I love the community. I love my Greeks. They're so sweet. But I'm just done with like religious indoctrination, you guys. I just don't like it. It does not teach truth. It does not teach wisdom, okay? So maybe on like some little level, right? You get little fragments of things, but not the whole story. But anyway, so over the weekend, my uncle makes a joke and says, why don't you ask Grandpa? Because he thinks that I'm ridiculous with my gift, and he doesn't believe it at all, you guys. I say that, maybe he does, but I don't know. But we've agreed to disagree, he and I, and we have a mutually respectful relationship at this time. But I asked Grandpa, I was like, what do you think? And I literally typed in the group message what I heard from Grandpa. And nobody said anything, you guys. It was like literally the tumbleweed rolling across the old Western movie. Silence. Nobody knew what to say. They were all triggered. It was terrible. And then I had two cousins separately reach out to me, both of them worried for my spiritual well-being, worried that I was playing with dark spirit, worried that I'm working for the devil. And guys, don't get me wrong. Do I believe discernment is necessary? Yes. Okay. But they didn't know. I mean, I haven't seen them in years. They didn't know the journey that I went through with religion and with the oppression of the patriarchy and the sexual abuse and trauma that I experienced at the hand of the church. Okay. And then where I was left dealing with that as a child and even as a young woman with no one to really stand up for me, okay? They didn't know all that when they were so quick to react, right? And so I kind of just lovingly said, look, I understand what you're talking about. You know, discernment is very, is sacred, okay? But understand that Jesus has passed me through the fire, through my dark feminine, through the torture that I went through. I saw the darkness of it. I saw what he saw. I saw why he condemned it. I saw why he turned it upside down, okay? Why he didn't like it. We were meant to go within to seek God. We were not meant to go outside of ourselves, okay? We were meant to sit in the garden with Mother and learn from her through wisdom, okay? And not necessarily to be indoctrinated by other people's ideas. And most people who are indoctrinated don't know they're indoctrinated. So I was really, you know, I handled it. I was nice and I answered their questions and I reassured them that I am coming from a place of love. I am coming from the Holy Spirit. I do not expect them to understand what the goddess wisdom is, even though it's in the Bible, okay? They're still so highly triggered, you guys. And it almost, like I almost started to cry, but I just didn't. Because I was just like, here we go again. I've already moved past like my immediate circle of resistance, constantly having to explain and prove and show my immediate family why this is happening to me, why I woke up to spirit, why I can hear them and see them and communicate with them. And most of my very close members of my family that I'm close to, they know that. For one thing, I've seen the last 3 or 4 babies that were born into our family through cousins who don't even talk to me. I have seen their children before they were born. And I was told their names and have held them in my arms. And they don't know this, you guys, because they don't talk to me. But the family members who do know this, they know my gift to be true and to be authentic and real. Does that make sense? And so these other cousins, these distant cousins that were reaching out to me, they don't know this either. They just immediately were traumatized and triggered by what I said. Now, from a teacher's perspective, 222, as I say that, I would tell you that the universe is using me to trigger their fears, right? And it was using them to trigger mine. That's the sacred mirroring. You feel that confirmation? And so I asked God, you know, I was like, am I ever going to heal this wound? That wound of rejection, being rejected for being authentic. And, you know, I think that's what my ancestors worked on this weekend when I experienced so much support, you guys. Like, I saw so many angels in my dreams, in my visions, through meditating with the water. I just posted a beautiful water meditation connected to Machu Picchu. You know, ancestors showed up. They were like, we got you, girl, don't you worry. But it was still hard, you guys, because I love my family and I want them to understand that I can't make them understand, okay? And you can't either, by the way. All you can do is work on yourself, okay? And, you know, for what it's worth, you are fully supported, and so am I, okay? But I just wanted to talk about this because it hurts, you know? So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna pull from 3 decks on this. My water deck first, since we know we're being taught through water wisdom, since we are carriers of water. Yeah. Okay, I'm being shown creativity, right brain. We're activating the right brain, creativity. So when you see this, it automatically sparks your creativity, by the way. We're healing, okay? This is the crystal that forms when we say healing. We're healing. So see, I feel like that's a confirmation from Spirit for me, but also others who may see this. They're healing me through my creativity. When I paint and when I share with you guys and when I work on little projects that I do, I make jewelry and things like that I sell in my business. That's how they heal me. They give me expression because my family did not give me expression, right? They silenced my voice. There's a little squirrel. I feel like he's gonna come up here. Oh my gosh. They're getting so close. Nature is like right there. Have you guys noticed it? They're like not afraid of you anymore. I'm like, the higher I vibe, the more they're like, we'll sit with you and sound tune, my little nature beings. Look guys, wisdom. Wisdom. So many confirmations. Somebody needs to see this. Okay, this was random because I've shuffled it so many times. This is the crystal for pancreas, pancreatic healing. I don't know who's needing to see that, but I'm showing it. Okay, pancreatic healing. Okay. Reverence. Reverence. Okay, reverence. Aww. Prayer. Prayer, guys. I have shuffled these cards so many times this morning. There is no way. This is exactly the lineup that came through yesterday. Wow, angels. This is the one for thank you. See how he's smiling? Like a little smile. When you say thank you to water, this is the crystal that forms. Look at the smile, you guys. Wow. Hope. There's hope, guys. There's hope. Okay? Truth. Truth. Keep going, I'm hearing. Keep going. Don't stop just because your family doesn't understand you. Here's another brain one. See, that goes back to that trauma wound, religious trauma, okay? Somebody else is going to need this, okay? You got to heal the brain. When you're rejected by your community, 1616 as I said that, for whoever needs it, it can actually injure the brain, and there are scientific studies that show this. Okay, when your family rejects you, or when your community rejects you, or even at work, okay, or at school. That's why there's so many anti-bullying laws now, right? Because it's harmful. It actually injures the person. So these communities that are doing this to people have no idea the damage they're causing. It's all healable, you guys. That's why they're showing the brain. Okay, crystal. Angels are healing us right now for standing up for truth, okay? I'm pulling from the angel deck. This one. Ooh, this too. Oh my gosh, you guys. They just flew out of the deck. Okay. Guys. Air Guardian. Take time to breathe. Breathe. Stay high vibration, it says, in your actions and choices. Don't react. This will only delay the healing. It says love is the way, okay? So be patient with your family. I'm seeing an angel like as I say this. Wow. Okay. It says, I breathe with ease, knowing angels are with me. That's the activation phrase. The seraphim came up next. I am very connected to seraphim, okay? And seraphim were among the first, not the first, Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, okay, were the first that I know of to like really wake me up, okay? But the seraphim came after. Oh my God, these powerful angels, you guys. It says, all the good you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take loving action and share without hesitation. You build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. All the generosity and kindness you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you towards your next phase. This is the law of divine compensation. Wow. The activation for the seraphim, okay, is my own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. And in my case, just being honest about my feelings and my messages from spirit and putting it out there, I have found so many great connections and friendships and loved ones who needed help. Some of them in my family, some of them outside my family, and some just here on social media. Just, it's been amazing. So I feel like that's one of the ways the universe is going to bless you, but there can be many ways, and don't put limits on that. They can give you, your angelic team can give you money, stability, a home. They can give you whatever you need, okay? Ask and you shall receive, right? Isn't that what Jesus told us? Okay. Sandalphon. Oh, he's beautiful, you guys. Let me show him to you. Look. Look. Beautiful Sandalphon. Okay. This is a moment of acceleration. Go for it. Don't hold back. Proceed. All your hard work, focus, prayers, intentions have led you to this pivotal moment. Any hesitation you may be experiencing is just a sign that you're on the verge of something wonderful. It's true. This is the time for you to surmount your fears once and for all. Stand in your power. Angels have your back. Wow. And the activation for this is, I trust when the universe says yes. And guys, let me tell you something. That is so true. There's been times when I've known that I had to share a message on social media for like somebody, okay? and so much resistance would come up, right? Like it would be hard to get to it. There's stuff going on. You kind of can't settle down. You either, too much work or too much distraction or even that resistance, okay? And then you finally get it out there, and then you get all the flow, okay? So there is, sometimes an attempt to silence us in the spirit realm, not just, from our family, but what the family don't realize is that they're being used by darkness, okay? It doesn't make them dark. They're not dark, no, but they are being used by it. Anytime you judge another person and you mistreat them and, don't respect others, you're being used by darkness, okay? Because love doesn't do that. Love makes space for everyone. Love does no harm. And I'm not saying that we're perfect. We are not. Okay? Like, I have made many mistakes, but I've learned from those mistakes, and I've learned to channel that knowledge into application and wisdom. Okay? So, don't be discouraged. You're onto something, okay? And I am too. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it, whether our family understands it or not. But if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling sad, I'm hearing one more angel card. This one. Azrael. Healing will come from this. Wow. This is a time of change and transition. You may feel your current situation is out of your control, but his energy is here to bring you hope and strength. Healing is happening. Trust in yourself and in your prayers, for the worst is almost over, and you will have good experiences once more. Wow. Thank you, Azrael, for guiding me to the healing within this time of change. It's beautiful. So don't give up, guys. You're on the cusp of something amazing. If your family doesn't understand, that's okay. You can love them. You don't have to judge them. Don't get involved in judging them, because that's not what God wants us to do, okay? But don't judge yourself either, and don't let them judge you, okay? You are who you need to be. You are unique. You are meant to be unique. You do not have to be like other people, and you are an expression of God, okay? In all your beauty. You can express God however you want. I always say we need to live by the law of do no harm. So basically, do no harm. If you're doing no harm, then live your life and don't worry about other people, okay? You're doing the best you can. That's it. All right. Activation. This is an activation for whoever's watching this, okay? Look at that. You know what this reminds me of? Oh my God. Okay, like you see this? It's saying it like a forest fairy thing, but it reminds me of the Mayans and their ancient dance around the totem. Do you know what I'm talking about, guys? So I feel like this is a message from the Maya. I do have several past lives with the Maya. And the Maya, for me anyway, the lives that I've seen there were very connected to my Sky Father, okay? So whoever this is, I also feel like a Sky Father thing, okay? Wow. Okay. Wow. Mystic Meadow Sanctuary. Nature. And the bear always represents protection. Wow. It's a very, very powerful spirit animal too. And you see the rabbit and the fox. This came up the other day, but the rabbit hole. See, your theories are not wrong. Your theories about what you think is really going on here are not wrong. That's what I'm hearing to say. Just because other people don't know it doesn't mean it's not true, okay? And the fox is clever, okay? As soon as I said his name, 333. Strength, ancient oak spirit. I'm sitting by a big ancient oak, by the way. My yard is very tropical, as you can see. I've got all the tropicals, palms. Oh my God, it's just my little tropical garden. But across the street from me is the ancient oak that I always see the dragons in, you guys. My palms, I see the orbs over them, okay? They hover over them like little portals of orbs. And I see my tree beings in my palms and in my banana trees, believe it or not. But my oak right here, I see dragons. Oh my God. I love them all so much. So you are supported, okay? Trees, what Mother Earth told me, and I'm going to put some of this in some of my teachings that I'm going to do on the school platform, but also I'm working on some writings that I'm doing. But trees go directly to her heart, okay? Please connect with your trees. They are ancient wisdom keepers. They are so important. Magic. Oh my gosh, this one's good. Pegasus, this is definitely Sky Father. High vibration, okay? You are being protected by Mother and Father. 444, as I said that. You are the divine child, and you know it, okay? When you come to that awareness, wow, guys, oh my God, Phoenix rising, transmutation. Wow, guys, fire. Holy smokes, this never happens like this much, you guys. There's such a spread right here. Oh my God, fire energy. Oh my gosh, guys, Raven. Holy smokes, truth. Letting go, autumn. Let it fall. New beginnings. That's the next one coming up. New beginnings. Okay? I'm just going to get these out there because I feel like it's important. Trust. Okay? I try to hold them long enough that if you need to screenshot these, you can, okay? Starry night. Acceptance. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Gratitude. What? I have 2 more. 3, actually. Growth is coming from this, okay? Growth comes when they trigger us, okay? Manifesting dreams, water spirit. Your dreams are going to come true, okay? Just be flexible like the willow. That's it, okay? Spirit is saying one more. Joy. Oh my God. Okay. Did y'all get all that? It's okay if they reject you, you guys. God is with you. And you are with you. See yourself. See the truth inside yourself. Don't worry if other people don't get it, okay? You are supported. You are protected. You are being transformed by these triggers, right? When they trigger us. I mean, oh my God, you guys, the Phoenix, the fire, and the Raven, all in one. Come on. That's so powerful. I'm so thankful right now. Oh my God. So, come on, guys. We can do this. The goddess is with us. See that mother, father, child? That past, present, future? That sacred union? It's real. And as we encounter it and we begin to feel the relief of it, okay, we get little, I'm hearing little sips of water from the relief of sacred union. We begin to embody it more and more. And as we embody that wisdom more and more, we step into flow, okay? And we actually come to a place where flow is the only thing that's going to work, right? Because the resistance to overworking and over-pleasing and just, you know, that's kind of out of alignment behavior, right? Your body will move away from that and it won't let you do it, okay? Your body will redirect you into flow. It's just how spirit works and how God works, okay? Through spirit. And so I feel like that's really important for someone to hear. You will feel resistance in the body when you are on the cusp of leaving behind what is not for you and moving into what is. And so pay attention to those little body signals. If something's tiring you out or draining you, it's not for you, okay? Do what makes you joyful. That was that last card, the hummingbird, okay? I'm hearing to play this one really quick. This activates your creative energy, your sacral energy. Just breathe. And I'm hearing, I'm hearing something about this. Okay. A lot of times when people offer guided meditations, sometimes I feel like while their intention is good, it's not always the most helpful, depending on what they're saying. Okay, and let me illustrate. If I said to you, see an orange flame vibrating from your womb or your pelvic area for men, okay? Some people could do that, right? Some people are there. Some people, though, are so tapped out and drained and just devoid of they have been hurt so badly that they don't feel they have a spark, okay? For those people, what I'm hearing from Mother Earth is she says, if you can't see it already like flaming within you, she wants you to see her giving it to you, okay? Like she's giving you the sacral energy, the creative energy you need to refuel from what you have previously gone through, okay? So she's saying, she wants me to say that because somebody doesn't see it as possible within themselves, but it is, okay? But let her help you if you're feeling like you don't have the resources to create yet. Let her fill you up, okay? She's also saying to do this one for your solar plexus. So she's saying when I play these bowls, she wants you to see the light coming out of the bowl into your solar plexus, okay? So just imagine that. Just imagine this frequency filling you up. She also wants me to do this high crown. You hear the wind? Beautiful. Okay, guys, I'm gonna, oh my God, y'all, there's a butterfly right here. It just like flew right over my bowl. Hi, I'm gonna try again, see if we can get it to come over. Maybe. Let's see if it'll come back. I'm trying to see where it went. Oh, they're flying all around you guys. There's so many little butterflies right now, you guys. They're kind of like all around, and then dragonflies, and I love dragonflies. So, okay, I think that's it. You guys, I love you. I know how it feels to be rejected by your family, and please take this message as a message from my heart, to encourage you not to give up, to keep going, trust yourself. It's really hard to trust yourself whenever you've been through abusive situations, because it doesn't lend itself to trust, right? But you can. Hold on one guys. My babies. They're hungry. I'm fixing to go in and cook for them. But you can trust yourself, okay? And you can retrain your intuition, and you can heal this, and you're being supported, okay? I love you all so much. I hope these messages help. Please like and share, whether you're finding this on YouTube or on TikTok. That's going to help, you guys. That's a way that you can help to get these messages out. Don't be afraid. Just share it, okay? And it's going to help you and others. Like the card said, the more we give, the more we receive, right? And that's a way that we can give. And you guys don't even have to do the messages, because I'm doing them already. You can just share them, okay? But I love you, and I do feel like there is a message within you that does need recording and sharing. I do feel that from Spirit. But you got to start, okay? You got to start somewhere. Sorry, my kids, they're ready to eat. I'm fixing to go in. They keep jumping out saying, we're hungry, we're hungry. I'm like, okay, Mama's fixing to come cook lunch. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope this message helps. Check out my website, mirandamanticos.com. I'm going to be adding some links there for the school membership, and also partnerships that companies that I work with that help support my business. In case you're interested in ordering from any of these, that helps support my channel. And then if you're interested in the membership on the school platform, where we're going to do some private things, okay, where we can talk about things and get answers to questions from Spirit, okay? I love you guys so much. Bye.